as the storm was north of Callio and moving east towards Macon, we've kind of seen that resurgence of the hail. So if you are in Macon, I'd love to have any reports that you can safely pass along. Of course, Macon, I want you away from windows. I want you to stay inside with the potential of ping pong ball size hail. That's going to do some damage. But if you have any reports, you can pass along to KOMU News on social media, that being Facebook or Twitter. Greatly appreciate that. Folks in the booth, if you could monitor the social feeds and pass along to me any reports that we're getting, that would be greatly appreciated as we watch for hail in Macon. We also continue to watch the southern extent of this storm that is broadly rotating and could potentially produce a tornado. The rotation continues to look weaker and weaker, which is good news. I still want you all in your safe location along Highway 63 and areas to the west, also to the south towards Jacksonville and to Randolph County. That's where we need to watch for this as well. It is now 10 o'clock. We are officially into KOMU 8 News at 10. So if you are just joining us this evening, let me reset the stage for you and explain what's happening here in mid-Missouri. First, thank you for joining us. I'm Chief Meteorologist Matt Beckwith. We are in wall-to-wall severe weather coverage right now because there is a tornado warning that is in effect for southern parts of Macon County and northern parts of Randolph County. Most of us will not see a storm tonight. This is one lone storm that is moving through northern parts of our viewing area and is causing problems for us. This storm has a history of producing a tornado. It produced one in Linneus, Missouri, which is in Linn County. If you don't know where Linn County is, it's west of Macon County. So it's this county here between Chillicothe and Macon. We do have reports there that this has happened, that there is damage. The Weather Service will go out, survey that tomorrow. If you're watching us from Columbia, from Jefferson City, or from the Lake of the Ozarks, we'll go with Fulton, Boonville, Lynn, Rolla. You have nothing to worry about right now. This is solely a severe weather alert that is in effect for the northern portions of our viewing area that we continue to watch. We're going to switch things back over to the reflectivity, potentially some large hail coming out of this storm near Macon, as well as 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts. This storm has slowed down considerably. This is a loop over the last hour, and as we switch this up, we can see how this is kind of slowed as it's moved into our viewing area. It's moving to the south. Andrew, is it still moving at 25 miles per hour?
Give me 2 seconds here to update you real quick.
Yeah, so this storm's still moving to the south. It's been moving anywhere from 20 to 30 miles per hour. Overall, not a quick storm, 25 miles per hour. Andrew Libby here with me tracking this storm. And let's go ahead and get a storm track on this. We're going to do an overall track of the line as it's moving in. I do hope to get you to your news here shortly. So we'll hopefully get that to you. I want to be very clear, though, that most of us are not seeing severe weather right now. Most of us are not even going to see a drop of rain tonight. So this storm moving to the south at 25 miles per hour, and it does definitely have an eastward component to it. So we're going to draw the storm track. We're going to move it to the south and east. And here we go. Here's the latest timing. 10:04 for Cox, and we're talking about the potential for some 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts here, as well as some ping-pong ball-size hail. The storm has a tremendous history of producing some very large hail. Woodville at 10:09, Maud at 10:11, Binkley at 10:12, Woodland at 10:17, Duncan's Bridge at 10:19, Jacksonville 10:19, Ash at 10:30, Holiday at 10:35, Cairo at 10:40, Evansville at 10:45, and 10:48 in Paris. That's if this holds together. We also are watching a storm, the same storm, a different part of it that has been capable of producing radar-indicated rotation. So we're going to zoom in a little bit closer here. Looks like they've trimmed the severe thunder, or the tornado warning rather, from the southern extent. If we zoom out, we can see that now. They've really trimmed this down. It's now solely in Macon County, so Randolph County out of that warning. Still in the severe thunderstorm warning, though, because you could see some 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts and some ping-pong ball-sized hail. But the tornado warning itself has been trimmed down a little bit. So north of Binkley, from Keota, crossing Highway 63 to Cox is where we're continuing to watch this storm. Right now, the radar indicated rotation is very, very broad. So that's good news that we continue to see right now. This storm capable of producing a tornado is located near Macon at this point, to the south of Macon, and the radar indicated rotation, not a very clear picture right now as we switch between the velocities here. It's very, very broad rotation that we're watching here. So this storm also moving to the south. I expect that this tornado warning probably will be canceled at about 10:15. Let's go ahead and talk about the tornado watch that's in effect for central Missouri, because this tornado watch has been extended. Earlier, it just included Macon County. It's now including Monroe and Audrain County. It technically will go until 2 a.m. for these eastern counties of Monroe County and Audrain County. It's in actuality, the threat's going to end much, much sooner, which is good news for us. Again, with the latest warning that we've just seen issued, we've seen some updates to this. We are going to talk about the severe thunderstorm warning, which includes northern parts of Randolph County. And Andrew, did they just trim parts of the severe thunderstorm warning?
Yes,
they did.
We actually have a couple of updates. So we have the updates of, they trimmed it for Randolph County, so Randolph County is no longer involved in the tornado warning. They also just updated the severe thunderstorm warning for Macon and Randolph County until 10:15. There's also a couple of other new reports that have just come in. At 7:30, there were reports of grapefruit-sized hail, so about 4 inches, that penetrated a steel roof structure. And then we also had one other one. We had reports of quarter to baseball-sized hail that was in Grundy County.
Yeah, so that was at 7 o'clock, 7:15, you said this evening is when that report was from. So it's a delayed report. It's a report that just came in, but from the storm earlier this evening that we continue to watch. This produced some very large hail out in northwest Missouri. It produced a tornado in Linneus. If we still have that on the PC, if we could take that full, it was a report from a Weather Channel field reporter, and we actually had some of the damage that came in from this. So this storm certainly has a history, and the latest from the Weather Service agreeing with my analysis that the rotation has tailed off quite a bit, that they're likely going to extend the severe thunderstorm warning into Monroe and Shelby County being the county north of Monroe County, and that they are going to likely go with a severe thunderstorm warning when that time comes, because the rotation has tailed off. That's great news. That's the progress we want to be seeing. So this storm, we kind of talked about this. I said it was having more of an east component than a southeast component, and that's why the National Weather Service has updated this warning. And I'm just going to put the loop here, and we can see that this was moving more south, but in the last few scans, it's deviating a little bit more and moving more so to the east. It's almost completely moving to the east now. We've backed up the radar to about 9:49, and I'm just running this forward. It's moving almost completely to the east. So certainly some good news for our friends in Randolph County. Still getting clipped by the edge of the severe thunderstorm warning, but they finally trimmed the southern extent of this. That's good news. That's what we want to be seeing. Still capable of producing some pretty strong wind gusts as well with this storm, so we're going to continue to watch this. Another delayed report coming in from Maryville, Missouri, earlier this evening at 5 o'clock. So this same storm has been an issue since 5 p.m. tonight in northwest Missouri. It just goes to show how long we've been watching this storm move through central Missouri, and before that, northwest Missouri. And again, to be very clear, showing you the full picture of the radar. Most of us are not going to get rain. Most of us are not going to get storms. And now with the easterly component of this storm, Randolph County might not see any rain at all now that this is moving more to the east. So let me get you an update on the timing of this in the storm track. It's still capable of producing ping pong ball size hail. They have reduced the wind speed with it, so now capable of producing 60 mile per hour wind gusts instead of 70 mile per hour wind gusts. Still a sign that this is weakening, and it's moving to the east at 30 miles per hour. So we're going to position the radar so that we can get an effective storm track. And we're going to start with the hail core because that's still our primary concern, moving slightly to the south, but mainly to the east, so tracking through northern parts of Monroe County. We're going to continue to see this move to the north in Clarence at 1021, Shalbina at 1044, Kendall at 1057, Warren at 1115, and Monroe City at 1118, if this continues to hold together and to maintain its strength. As we continue to watch multiple aspects of this storm. So that's for the hail. We'll look at the radar indicated rotation, which actually does look to be maybe becoming a little less broad here to the southeast of Macon at this point, to the north of Cox. Not overly concerned with this rotation now. Also a little bit to the north of Macon here, but I think the rotation, let's keep an eye on it. I think at this point this is becoming more of a large hail threat of ping pong ball size hail near Macon. We've also gotten a report of quite a bit of lightning that came in. One of our viewers sent that to us. These storms very, very electric, and I can show you just how electric they are with all of these lightning bolts. Our radar only shows clouds of ground lightning over the last 10 to 15 minutes. So significant lightning has been with us as we've gone through the evening tonight. This continues to produce any severe weather. We can go ahead and take a look at that video here shortly, and we are going to see that there is lots of lightning with these storms as they've moved through. This is from Macon earlier. Impressive video, beautiful video of some of the lightning there. Looks like this was quite a light show, and believably so with what we're seeing on radar. Thank you for sending in your reports to us here as we continue to track large hail, heavy rain moving through Macon County. At this point, the rotation has tailed off quite a bit. Another report of some hail coming in, this one via social media to the Weather Service, of golf ball size hail that was reported. So again, that continues to confirm our threat. The National Weather Service has expired the tornado warning that is in effect for Macon County. This means it's going to officially be let go at 10:15. The rotation has remained fairly broad at this point, so that's good news. I do want to show you very quickly just a quick run of precipcast, and then producers, if you could let me know if we're going to go to Avery and Julie or if we'll go to a commercial break, that would be great, but we're going to wrap up our wall-to-wall coverage here momentarily. Here is precipcast, and it's doing a great job showing you where the storm is. It's placed it a little bit farther to the north. But as we go through the evening hours, it's going to continue to move off to the east. So our severe threat is going to be decreasing over the next several hours. As we've gone through the evening, this storm has tracked across many, many miles of northern Missouri. I am going to pull up the satellite and radar just to show you how long this storm has been on radar here. And it's been for quite some time that we've been watching this. Of course, the tornado watch is in effect. We are going to put this at 6 hours. 6 hours ago, this storm was in northwest Missouri. It's continued into northern portions of our viewing area. So this has been a long track storm. It has produced significant hail, including very, very, very large hail in northwest Missouri. It has also continued to move to the east and has produced a tornado in Linneus, Missouri, and Linn County, and it has continued to produce at least some hail and some rotation in Macon County. At this point, though, that warning has been expired, which means at 10:15 it's going to be let go. The severe thunderstorm warning will continue as we continue to watch for some large hail near Macon. Again, most of us completely dry tonight and not seeing any thunderstorm activity. We're going to be taking a quick commercial break. We're going to be right back, and we're going to get an update on the news. Also, weathercaster Andrew Labie with me. He's going to update you on the full forecast. We'll be right back.